coming at you with a beer review. Well, you know, yesterday was a big old IPA day. I had Pliny the Elder. I had a 120-minute IPA. I had a few top-notch local IPAs. But we're back home today, and we're back into the cellar. That's right. Today we've got the Moose and Squirrel. This is the 2012 that I've had, squandered away. It's from Laurelwood Brewing out of Portland, Oregon. They make some fabulous beers. This is a Russian Imperial Stout at 8.6% ABV and 60 IBUs, and I can't wait to get it cracked open. Well, I gotta tell you, that's pouring a beautiful mahogany brown. That's just coming out really nice as it poured. And look how dark that head is. I mean, that's just a nice caramel, rich caramel colored head with really nice fine bubbles, a little bit rock in the center, but really, and it's completely opaque. You can't see through it. I wouldn't say it's black, but it's, like I said, a really dark mahogany brown, just beautiful. Let's get the nose. Woo-wee, that smells rich. Wow, okay, I wasn't expecting that. It's got a lot of molasses and a little bit of char, okay? But it's got some really rich roast and like espresso. I mean, not coffee, but I mean like a rich espresso and roastiness and some dark chocolate action going on. Wow, and the chocolate is like, definitely, it's like that baker's chocolate and a good bit of like that cocoa powder. It's just really rich. There's a bit of a acridness and some char scent too, which is interesting. Two separate things there. And almost a bit of like a marshmallow, making me think a little bit of that kind of s'more kind of a action going on too. And a hint of black licorice, which honestly is something I don't always pick up in beers. I hear people say, but I get it in this one. So, vanilla. I knew I was missing something. A hint of vanilla on there. It smells really good. Cheers, we're gonna jump in. Wow. Well, this is so much better than I thought it would be. Now, of course, this is aged. I mean, this is a 2012. So we're probably talking about 3.5 years. This is almost 4, I guess. This currently, we're in July of 2016. It's become very earthy. Just some seriously earthy tones going on. Really nice. It's super smooth. You know, nothing's just jumping out totally in your face, although I'd say it's not mild either. And it's pretty cold right now. It's going to warm up, it's going to shift, which is going to be fun, but right now, it's drinking kind of on the full end of medium, but I suspect as it warms, it's going to have an even bigger mouthfeel to it. But it pretty well coats the mouth. It definitely has that like baker's chocolate kind of action going on, and the cocoa powder. That's the dominant feature, along with followed by the roast for me. And then you get a bit that espresso, especially in the back end. You get a little bit of char and the espresso flavors coming through. Up into the front of it though is where you're picking up like the vanilla and some toffee. Yeah, a bit of that molasses, light brown sugar action, but I still get like hints of that like a toasted marshmallow type flavor on it too, that kind of a sweetness to it. Alright, this is a fun beer. I'm going to take a little time to enjoy it, and then I'll come back with maybe some final comments and ratings. Well, I've had fun with this. I've been enjoying it. I've taken a good bit of time. You know, it's really a well-crafted beer, and there's one exception. Of course, right? There's just this kind of acrid, bitter taste that comes in with the roast and this char quality, the molasses side. Acrid is a term you hear sometimes, don't always know the definition. It's basically saying a strong, like bitter or unattractive taste. And it can refer to, you know, many qualities. And for me, the roast taste is just a bit strong. It's a bit bitter. Now, some people might dig on that because a lot of people have a higher level of love for bitterness than I do. I like balance in my beers. So, unfortunately, I mean, all the things I described earlier they're all there. I mean, there's just some beautiful qualities here, and I think they may have just overdone something in there. It may have been a black patent malt, I'm not sure what, but something kind of sets that off for me. But otherwise, I mean, I think it's a really well-crafted beer. It's a fun one for sure. So anyway, in terms of ratings, what I got to do, in terms of, I've got to talk about the Russian Imperial Stout, the style first. In terms of style, yeah, I mean, it's beautiful, beautiful until you get to that part of it. I've got to go with, I think, an 88 in style. Interestingly enough, though, if they'd toned that bitterness down, I mean, this could have scored much higher with me. I mean, I would have jumped it up easily 5 points to like a 93 without blinking an eye, because there's just some beautiful qualities here. Now, overall, you know, I'm not going to change a whole lot because I am enjoying. I'm going to drop this 1 point. I mean, this is kind of in my wheelhouse. There's a lot of great qualities. 87 overall. Here it is again. This is the Moose and Squirrel from Laurelwood Brewing out of Portland, Oregon. Now, mind you, this is the 2012, so it's got nearly 4 years age on it. I'd say, if you can, pick one up fresh when it comes out and enjoy it then. This is Kevin at Clements Homebrew saying, life's too short to drink cheap beer, and I'll see you on the next beer review.